Historical research can be as dry as dust or as fascinating as tomorrow's news, depending, of course, on the subject and on the reason for your research. For example, the past provides a useful source of so-called new ideas in, say, fashion, and those medieval shoes are partly responsible for the birth of a current vogue among teenagers, the winklepicker. The man behind the craze is Mr. Stan Bartholomew, and his shop in Battersea, London, is a mecca today for members of the Beat generation. Let's watch a typical pair being made. The fashion-conscious teenagers of today know what they want and don't mind paying for it. So all the work is handmade and, in most cases, to individual specifications. This design cutting stage, by the way, is what the experts call clicking. The stitching of the inner lining to the leather upper is where the shoe first begins to take shape, although as yet it barely resembles the conventional winklepicker, which in some cases have toes coming to a point, as the name suggests, 8 inches long. Gone are the days when a pair of shoes cost a few shillings. Nowadays, youngsters pay around £5 for these made-to-measure styles in any colour, and even more for the high cowboy type introduced by pop idols like Adam Faith. Incidentally, tacking the upper into place is called lasting, and the shape becomes more apparent. Finishing touches are made by a buffing machine, and the shoe is ready for fitting. This is obviously one of the more conservative styles, the points rather blunted, the squares perhaps. Stan Bartholomew originally attempted to introduce the style 4 years ago and couldn't sell a single pair. Today, such is the demand that he and his assistants turn out 300 pairs a week, with a long waiting list. Actually, with all due respect to their fashion sense, one could hardly call the style attractive. Practical perhaps for winter sports, when you wouldn't need skis, but scarcely dainty. However, gone are the days when gentlemen drank champagne from a lady's slipper. Thank goodness. Now for the English climate and a preview of next year's men's hats, which, as you'll have gathered, are going to be a little brighter. First, meet artist Harry Lamplow, who's been designing hats for 25 years, although quite frankly you'll never see his name among the more elegant hatters of the fashion world. Now let's introduce the man who dictates what the well-dressed man will wear, Mr. Alan Bangham. This, by the way, is one place where you can do that to the boss and get away with it. For at this factory in Walthamstow, London, the hats they make are party hats. This is the first stage in making the papier-mâché sort. The basis is wood pulp beaten into a fine mixture to which various stiffening materials and dyes are added. A more unappetizing recipe it's difficult to imagine. But then, quite simply, in one process, the molding machine, it's transformed into an attractive hat. Cowboy style for extroverts and something a little quieter for the rest of us. This must be the only Ascot topper in the world for 1 and 6pence. Wonder how far you'd get with it in the members' enclosure. Next stage is the drying ovens, through which the hats pass for about 40 minutes. Then they are unloaded and have the final trimmings added. The other side of the industry is the manufacture of paper novelties like this dragoon hat made by Mrs. Florrie Perrin, who's been doing this kind of work for 30 years. In fact, it's largely due to the skill and efficiency of workers like her that the industry has beaten off the challenge of Germany and Japan. Today, 40% of production is for export. There's nothing new about false noses, but they're still as popular as ever, and they're made here by the thousand. Similarly, blowouts are always in demand, and this is testing by automation. Toy trumpets come off this machine at the rate of 3,600 an hour, an illustration of the tremendous demand there still is for the simple things that never fail to make us laugh.